Hey everyone, and welcome to the Decorating My Home channel. Get ready to sprinkle some holiday magic early this year as we dive into Thrift Store Christmas in July, budget-friendly decor ideas for your home. Stick around until the end for tons of inspiration on transforming your space without breaking the bank. The vintage mantelpiece glowed softly, a testament to cherished finds. Tarnished silver ornaments caught the subtle light, reflecting a warm, inviting shimmer. Delicate lace ribbons wove gracefully through a rustic pine garland, interspersed with fragrant dried orange slices and spicy cinnamon sticks. Muted antique glass baubles nestled perfectly among aged wooden reindeer figurines, evoking a profound sense of nostalgia. Tiny fairy lights, almost imperceptible, added an ethereal sparkle, enhancing the cozy atmosphere. This timeless arrangement truly radiated an elegant charm, proving that budget-friendly celebrations could still imbue a space with classic, comforting appeal, a beautiful testament to enduring holiday spirit. Beyond the mantle's gentle glow, a weathered wooden sled rested near the fireplace, promising winter's embrace. It was laden with soft plaid blankets and generously sized knitted cushions, inviting warmth. A large, antique lantern, holding a flickering LED candle, cast a comforting light across the hearth. Bundles of faux birch logs, neatly tied with festive red and green ribbons, lay beside it. Oversized pine cones, delicately dusted with artificial snow, mingled with small, glitter-dusted faux berries, completing a scene that embodied rustic coziness and a deep, traditional holiday spirit, perfect for those quiet evenings. Stepping further inside, the entryway offered a welcoming glimpse of festive elegance. An antique mirror, grand and reflective, became a canvas for a simple evergreen wreath, beautifully adorned with dried citrus slices and aromatic cinnamon. On the console table below, a vintage wooden bowl brimmed with shimmering glass ornaments and delicate strands of pearl beads. A small, flickering LED lantern added its own soft, inviting glow to the arrangement. The entire tableau created an immediate impression of refined holiday spirit, a charming introduction to the home's overall festive embrace. Beyond the welcoming entryway, a quiet corner beckoned, centered around a small, round table draped with a vintage lace tablecloth. A glass hurricane lamp, its LED candle flickering gently, served as the serene focal point, encircled by a ring of artificial holly and frosted berries. Small, decorative bird figurines perched delicately within the greenery, adding a touch of natural grace. A few antique silver spoons, artfully arranged nearby, hinted at past gatherings. The intimate scene radiated a gentle warmth, perfect for moments of serene contemplation during the festive period, a tranquil, peaceful retreat. Adjacent to the Serene corner, a vintage sewing machine table transformed into a charming display, celebrating resourceful artistry. A clear glass bowl held a collection of antique glass ornaments, their surfaces catching the light. Colorful spools of thread, once functional, now served as miniature tree decorations, adding whimsical charm. A small, decorative thimble collection lay artfully arranged nearby, a nod to meticulous craft. A string of warm white fairy lights intertwined among the ornaments, casting a soft, enchanting glow, highlighting the beauty found in repurposed items and true nostalgic craftsmanship. Nearby, a rustic wooden crate, positioned on its side, became an ingenious display shelf. Its interior revealed a collection of old glass bottles, each shimmering with tinsel and tiny battery-operated fairy lights, casting a delicate sparkle. On the crate's top, a small, decorative sled cradled a bundle of faux frosted branches and oversized pine cones, evoking a winter scene. A length of burlap ribbon, tied with simple elegance, added a touch of rustic authenticity. The entire arrangement felt thoughtfully assembled, a testament to its repurposed charm. Further within the dwelling, a vintage wooden dresser presented an elegant, yet repurposed, holiday tableau. Antique hat boxes, stacked with artistic precision, were each adorned with a simple burlap bough and a vibrant sprig of artificial holly. On the topmost box, a delicate bird's nest cradled a cluster of shimmering glass ornaments, adding a touch of natural wonder. A string of battery-operated micro-LED lights draped gracefully across the entire display, imparting a subtle, delicate sparkle. The arrangement exuded a whimsical and nostalgic charm, celebrating repurposed elegance with such quiet beauty. Another quiet corner, equally inviting, featured a small, round table draped with a vintage lace tablecloth, offering a serene escape. A glass hurricane lamp, its LED candle casting a gentle, flickering light, stood as the tranquil centerpiece, encircled by a ring of artificial holly and frosted berries. Small, decorative bird figurines perched delicately amidst the greenery, adding a touch of peaceful life. A few antique silver spoons, thoughtfully arranged nearby, completed the intimate scene. It radiated a gentle warmth, perfect for moments of quiet contemplation during the festive period, a truly calming experience. Adjacent to this serene spot, a dedicated reading nook beckoned, centered around a comfortable armchair draped with a soft, knitted throw blanket. A small, tabletop artificial tree, adorned with charming handmade paper ornaments and strings of popcorn, added a touch of homespun cheer. Vintage glass jars, filled with shimmering tinsel and battery-operated pillar candles, cast a soft, inviting glow. Old, leather-bound books were arranged with small, decorative pine cones and faux cranberries. The entire ambience radiated serene comfort, encouraging quiet reflection during the entire festive season. Finally, a rustic wooden ladder, leaning casually against a wall, showcased an inventive vertical display. A cascading garland of artificial cranberries and popcorn strings draped gracefully along its length. Each rung held a small, decorative birdhouse, painted in charming holiday colors, some even featuring miniature wreaths. Vintage Christmas cards, clipped to the garland with tiny wooden clothespins, added a personal touch. A string of warm white globe lights wove through the entire arrangement, casting a soft, inviting glow, offering a unique and charming way to celebrate true festive cheer. That wraps up our festive journey through budget-friendly Christmas in July decor. We explored how simple, thrifted treasures can create truly stunning and unique holiday displays. Remember, creativity is your best tool for big impact on a small budget. If you enjoyed these ideas, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more decorating tips, and leave a comment below with your favorite thrift store find.